Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden. It's so good to see you today. And I'm here in the evening and it's a little cool out. It's about 65 degrees out today, but it's still summer. We still have the taste and the smells of barbecue and cooking and the noises and in the city of people gathering together, experiencing the last weeks in August before we have to go back to school, back to the momentum and the feeling of fall. Yes, but tonight, right now, we can sense and feel the sense of fall, that the weather is changing. On that note, I am thinking of gathering the seeds together, my zinnia seeds. I have a zinnia patch in the front yard and I have some beautiful zinnias. And I want to make sure that I get them back, that I can plant them again for next year. So come with me as I gather zinnia seeds for next year, start to harvest the seeds. And then there are also some cleome. This is the first year that I've really actually planted cleome in the front garden, and they're so beautiful. So let's gather some cleome seeds as well. And remember the beautiful butterflies and the other creatures, the hummingbirds. They love and appreciate these beautiful flowers. Let's gather the seeds together. Let's gather the seeds together so that we can have these beautiful flowers again next year. The garden is green and lush and beautiful, but it's a little nippy out here. It's starting to get a little cold and we're starting to feel the feeling and the necessity of keeping warm. And it's just amazing how the weather's starting to change, and it's just August, but it's about 65 degrees outside right now. But yet we are here. I love to see the light on the garden, the morning light, the freshness of the light on the garden. The light of the morning just lights up the garden, and it says, "Awake, garden. It's time to wake. A brand new day is before us." You hear the birds? They're responding to the light. And the flowers are glistening. They're getting energy from the light. A brand new day has dawned. And we have a second chance, another chance to make this a great day. Hallelujah. I love to come out early in the morning and check on my angel trumpet tree. More blooms opened up last night and into this morning. The tree is just filling out and really coming into its glory. This side, it seems to be very laden with a lot of blooms. So you end up getting the feel for what it should look like. Isn't that beautiful how it's swaying in the breeze? This plant has caught my full attention. With its delicate blossoms. And there is still more to come. This one looks like it's on its way out. And this one is just about to begin to open up. And this is the idea of a new birth. Each blossom is willing to give, willing to be, willing to give of its beauty to this tree, to be its full self. And I am grateful. Yesterday I was working on this bed, this area, this section. I was experiencing a lot of powdery mildew, so I came in, chopped off the leaves, and I also put together the cucumbers and got a little tomato cage. So they're going to climb up on the tomato cage, and I erected this sort of, I don't know what to call it. But my hope is that the cucumber vines will catch. The squirrels are having fun. And it will just be covered with cucumber vines. We have this cucumber that needs to be harvested. So that's what I've been doing, cleaning up the garden. Cleaning it up and making sure that it's ready for its next phase. Today is a little more cooler than usual. It's about 67 degrees right now in the garden, and it shall come, I think, up to 70 degrees. Oh, my fig is still growing. Isn't that nice? My one lone fig. And I hope that you are thinking about how are you going to save and get ready for next year. Start to save some seeds. So we're going to look at saving seeds, and I have some zinnia plants in the front that I really love. I love the colors, I love how it looks, and I want to save those seeds. So come with me as we go into the garden and we start to select the flowers that we want to bring back for next year, for next spring. So here in the garden I have this beautiful zinnia patch, and I really like how these zinnias look. So I'm going to gather the seeds from these zinnias because some of them have already started to develop, and I've actually found the zinnia seeds tucked in, look here, right on the leaf. You see that? That's a seed. They're already starting to let go their seeds. So that's what I'm going to do here with the zinnias. Just cut and gather the seeds. So as these develop, what I'm going to do is continue to just get as many seeds as possible. Now this one here I think is soon about to dry and develop. And I love this one. This is very pretty. And so I'm going to monitor it. And then the cleome. You see that? Yeah. Right here at the ends. I don't know if you can see that in my hand. That's where the seed pods are. And they just release their seeds. So I think they're going to probably naturalize here because I have so many. But I also want to gather some of the seeds too. Let's go in and see. So with the here's some other of the zinnias. They're very pretty. See the seeds, how they're just dropping? And I still have many blooms to come. So I'm going to just step in here and see the seeds at the bottom. They're just ready to be captured. So I have this envelope. This got it at the dollar store. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to just pull the seeds in there. See that? Let's try another one. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand, but see the seeds popping in there? Yep. So I'm going to be able to scatter them throughout. Ooh, look at the honeybee. Did you catch him? All right, let's see if we can find some more. So these little pods are there, and that's a lot of seeds, because if you think about each seed is a plant. And you see how small those seeds are. Oh, there's some down in here. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, by the way, you see these red berries on this tree? Yeah. I'm going to have to cut it down soon because I do not want that red bush all over. But I do like how it looks. And then this is how my hydrangeas look. And that's the Cleome. That's a beautiful color, don't you think? I was watching the New Orleans gardener and the way that she was collecting zinnia seeds. In my front yard I have a zinnia patch and I really love these zinnias. I think they're so beautiful. I love the single petaled shape of them. I love the little crown of yellow. I think that looks like a crown in the person's face, and then they have this like ruffle here around. It reminds me of a Victorian woman, you know, Queen Elizabeth in the Victorian times. And I really love how this zinnia looks. So I want to save the seeds to the zinnia. And I noticed that they had already started to dry off like this. And when I looked on the leaves, down below on the plant leaves, I found the seeds here. And so I started gathering these seeds because I know that they're ready. But I really want to get this style or this type of zinnia. So Linda, in her video, she suggested that you let them dry out and then you gather the seeds for next year. And so while I was at it, I also was looking at my Cleome, and they had begun to seed. And look at this, little seed pods. And I decided, well, I can gather these seeds and put them away for next year and scatter them, and hopefully they will grow and I will have a lot of Cleome in my front yard and in other parts of the garden. So I am going to be gathering these seeds throughout the time and save them and just spread this beauty all around my yard, my garden. Now, isn't that nice? Nature is so bountiful and so giving to us, and it's just a matter of us taking the time to harvest and to respect nature and to make it happen. I am just so happy about this, and just wanted to share this with you. And thank you to Linda for sharing her information and her knowledge concerning gathering seeds, zinnia seeds. So come with me as we gather seeds for next year. As I started to look a little more closer at the zinnia patch, I just saw these other colors and other designs that I really like. And so what I'm going to do is continue to dry them out. I think I'm going to leave them, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to leave them on their stems, and I'm then going to put them in here, in this container. And when they dry out, I'm going to leave the cover open and let them dry out. And then next year, what I'll do is I will take the seeds from it and grow them in different areas, maybe in pots first to see how they develop, and then put them in different parts of the garden, because I like the pinks together. Yeah, I like the pinks together. Like this, I think, is a great combination here. And then I like these these two shades together. And that way I can choose where I want to put the zinnias. I just think they're just such a beautiful flower, and they want to grow, and they're providing seeds so that I can do this. And so I think I'm going to help them out. Anyway, it's an experiment. And my cornflower kind of reminds me of the zinnia too. It's perennial. So, I don't know. I'm going to try this out. How are you going about saving your seeds? Are you going to harvest seeds? Are you going to be a part of a seed swap? And I know on Instagram there are many different seed swaps happening right now, and also seed companies. They're getting ready to dream about spring. Isn't that wonderful? We're starting to dream about spring for next year, and we still haven't finished this year. But that's the way that the garden goes. It just transforms. Each year we start to think ahead. What are we going to do for the following year? I put together those seeds. I am starting to save the zinnia seeds and different other plants and some of the vegetable seeds. And so there are two different ways I'm going to do it. One, I put together the seeds in these little envelopes here, and I've labeled them, and I'm going to put them in a dry place. And so I have my zinnias, the cleomes that I collected that time, and the butternut squash seeds. Yes, I love the butternut squash that I've been eating out there. So I decided, well, let me gather some of these seeds as well. The bell peppers and some more zinnia seeds. And I've labeled them, and I'm going to put them in a container and leave them there for next year. But then also I thought, well, but then I'm not going to really know what color they are, and I showed you in the other video or the other. So what I've decided to do is to dry them and then just keep them in this container. Just keep it in the container, and then in the spring, what I can do is then separate. Let's see. See, I can separate it, and that's the seed right there. That's the zinnia seed. So what I'll do is I'll separate them, dry them out, separate them, and plant them. And hopefully I will get this zinnia flower. So this is just the beginning, and of course there's still more flowers out there. And as the season progresses, we head into fall, and the flowers start to dry out naturally, I can just add them to the container here, and then next year just plant them out and see what we get. So that's the idea. And then these are the seeds, the burpee seeds that I had planted. And so far the lettuce has been coming up really well. And the beets, the spinach. And I didn't plant these chives, but I'll save them for next year and put them out. And the carrots. Now the other issue too is the organic piece. And so I'm taking the time to make sure that I select seeds that are organic, at least for the vegetables. I know that this is organic, and the spinach seeds were organic, and also the beet seeds are organic. I don't think the lettuce is not, and the carrots. But as we go along, I'm learning more about seeds and how it works. And I know that there's a seed swap happening on Instagram, but I'm not ready yet to to move on that level. But I'm going to start first with the flowers and figure out how to do that, how to gather seeds with the flowers. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be a very beautiful one. If I can get a whole patch of this one, that's going to be great. Well, if you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below and let me know, are you gathering seeds? Are you part of a seed swap? What are you doing to prepare for spring, for next year? And how are you dealing with the fall and the cold? What is the temperatures like where you are? Are they nice and calm and cool? Yes. So let me know, and you can comment down below. How's your garden growing? I hope that it's doing well. Well, have a good day, and thank you. And come again. Make sure you subscribe now. Like, share, and subscribe to Catherine's Garden. Have a great day. Bye. Someone's cutting their grass. The neighborhood's waking up, or not going to sleep anyway. Yeah. It is evening, but everyone seems to be wanting to still enjoy the summer cool breeze. Hallelujah. Well, have a great day. Bye. Remember to subscribe to Catherine's Garden. Make sure that you like and share it with a friend. Bye.